yeah, welcome back to another reaction video, guys. We'll be checking out another video from Felicia, and today we'll be checking out 5 things that are common in the US but don't exist in Germany. Okay, you know the last video we reacted to, that was 5 things that are common in Germany but don't exist in the US. And now, today, we're checking out 5 that are common in the US but don't exist in Germany. I can't wait to check this out. Like, I can't wait to see this. And guys, please, if you know that in your country you guys make use of it or it's common in your country, please let us know in the comment section too, guys. And if there are other things that you know you guys have in your country but don't exist in the US or other countries, or let me say they are similar to some things in other countries, guys, please don't forget to tell us in the comment section. Guys, let's do this.
I'm currently going back and forth between the US and Germany quite a lot, and these 5 things are totally common for me whenever I'm here in the US, but don't exist in Germany.
Okay, let's check out US.
Hello, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on and off since 2016. Now, I just came back from Germany in October, and while I was there, I made this video where I talked about 5 essential everyday things at my parents' house in Munich that are totally common in Germany, but that I never see in the US. So today, I want to talk about 5 things that are common here in the US that aren't really a thing in Germany.
Number 1 is air conditioning. Now, of course, the technology of air conditioning does exist in Germany, and you can buy air conditioning units in Germany, but having AC in your home is very uncommon. Whereas here in the US, I'd say it's pretty standard. Most houses will have what's called a central HVAC system. HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So you'll have air ducts going through the entire house, Luftschächte in German, with an opening, vent in every room usually. Sometimes they're at the floor, like right here, sometimes they're in the wall, or even in the ceiling in some cases. And this system is used for both heating and cooling. In the winter, the air will typically get heated up with a furnace in the basement before it gets blown into the air ducts. In the summer, the air will get cooled by an AC unit that usually sits outside like ours. Ours also comes with a free outdoor cat, her name's Bella. Houses from the 1960s, 70s, and later were usually built with these systems, but in many older homes like ours, the HVAC system had to be added later, like it happened in our case.
Or instead, many people use portable AC units like this one or these window units. You'll actually see these in a lot of windows in the US, especially in areas with lots of old buildings or low-income areas. Those houses then often have radiators for heating, which is also how we heat our homes in Germany. In total, over 90% of American households have some type of air conditioning, and it's also standard in commercial buildings and businesses, including grocery stores and even schools. In Germany, on the other hand, only 30% have any type of AC at home, and even in commercial buildings, it's not something you can really expect.
Wait, guys, you in Germany like 13%. Is it that? Wait, is it that she's talking based on her own, let me say, community in Germany, like her own different states in Germany, or is it for Germany as a whole? Because I'm not sure. It's hard to believe that most houses in Germany does not have AC. Like, it's right now, it will be hard for me to believe this. Yeah, it will be hard to believe that some houses in Germany don't have AC. Guys, please, is it true? Like, is it true? Please, claim me. I need to know, guys, please. Yo, because I know over here, like, I have to say more than 90% has ACs in their homes, like over 90% here. Yo, guys.
Newer buildings often do have AC, older buildings not so much. Grocery stores in Germany usually only cool the fridges and not the entire stores. And when it comes to AC in schools, Knowing Germany, those will be the very last places to ever get AC. I mean, they also still use overhead projectors. I think the only place where AC is truly common in Germany is in cars. Reasons for this difference are, of course, the different climates. Large parts of the US get extremely hot temperatures, while summers in Germany are a lot milder, but I also think that construction styles and insulation play a role here. To break it down, this is what it looks like when a house is being built in the US typically, while this is what you'll see in Germany. Lots of brick and concrete, which on hot days usually keeps the heat out a little bit better than American homes do. And those window units don't even really work with German windows, unfortunately, even though more and more Germans are getting a portable AC unit like this one.
And speaking of windows, number 2 on my list is window screens. Most windows in the US are slide windows, but once you've opened up the actual window part, there's usually a second layer with a bug screen. I think the purpose of this is self-explanatory. It's to keep all of the insects from coming into your home when you open the window. What's cool is that you can slide these open too if you want to, or even take them out altogether. They're also great when you have indoor cats that like to sit by the window, like ours, because you can open the window for them without having to worry that they climb outside. Now, of course, the concept of bug screens exists in Germany, but most windows in Germany don't come with a pre-installed bug screen like this one, which is very shocking to many Americans when they travel to Europe for the first time. My parents actually did install screens in front of some of our windows when I was little, but they were permanently stapled to the window frame, so it wasn't quite as practical as this. When you look for it though, you'll see that there are in fact more professional solutions for bug screens that work with German windows, but I personally have never seen any of those used in real life in Germany. Not quite sure why, to be honest, because even though, of course, we don't have as many insects as people in Florida do, for example, we still have enough for this to be worth a shot.
Okay, guys, wait. Okay, now I know why. You know the last video where they said people in Germany hardly open their doors, their windows. Yeah, I think the link to that video will be in the description. Guys, now I know why. Like, they don't have, let me say, this net that comes with windows, glass windows. Like, guys, in our side, we always leave the net parts on. That net, we always leave it open. We just leave the net and can swipe the main glass to the other side. But the net is always on, 2/7. That's what we always use, guys. Yo!
You know that there are also lots of movies and TV shows that you can access here in the US on Netflix and other streaming services that aren't available in Germany or that are released with a huge delay there. Growing up, when a new season of one of my favorite TV shows came out in the US, I often had to wait a whole year until it finally came out in Germany too. And even once streaming services came around, having access to the American Netflix rather than just Netflix Germany was like the holy grail. The good news is nowadays we have ways to get around these geo-blocking restrictions. I personally use the VPN by private internet access because you can use virtual locations in over 90 different countries. They have servers that are specifically optimized for streaming, and they have an amazing offer for 4 months completely for free and an 83% discount after that. So if you set your location to the UK, for example, you can finally access classic shows like The Office or Friends on Netflix, even though those aren't usually available in the US. Or if you're located in another country, just set your location to the US and you can watch the Christmas classic Love Actually without having to pay extra for it. This also works for other streaming services such as Amazon Prime or Disney Plus, by the way. And I personally also love that it allows me to watch full episodes of German TV shows such as Wer steht mir die Show or German documentaries that otherwise are blocked for me here in the US. And if you're a sports fan, I've been told that this even works to avoid regional blackouts. Just select a server in any of the 50 US states and the problem is solved. In addition to that, the VPN also hides your IP address and encrypts your internet connection to protect your personal data and other sensitive information. What's crazy is that you can install PIA on an unlimited number of devices with only one subscription, so your entire household can have it. And if you use my personal link in the info box below or go to piavpn.com/ Feli from Germany for the special Black Friday and Cyber Monday deal. You'll get an 83% discount, which means that it's literally only $2.03 a month. And you even get the first 4 months completely for free. So make sure to click the link down below and enjoy. Next up, we have something that many American households have in their kitchens, in their sink to be more exact. Now, we don't actually have one, but I figured I'll just stand next to the sink anyway for effect, because number 3 is, drumroll, a garbage disposal. I had never seen those before I moved to the US, and I thought they were absolutely genius when I first saw them, even though I've since heard that there are also many reasons that kind of speak against them. But first, what even is a garbage disposal? It's basically a shredder that's built into the sink drain to shred things like food leftovers so that they don't clog the drain and can be conveniently flushed down with the water. There's usually a switch next to the sink, like a light switch, that turns the garbage disposal on and off. It's super important to never ever stick your fingers in there, by the way.
I'm looking forward to learning if you will get your arm out of there before Lily gets to the garbage disposal switch.
Now, even though we don't have a garbage disposal in this house, I did have one in a few of the places that I lived in before, which actually kind of lines up with the official statistic that says that about 50%, so half of American households, do have a garbage disposal. Meanwhile, in Germany, they're actually illegal in most municipalities, and they're very uncommon in most other countries of the world too. Now, there's a whole debate about whether or not flushing shredded food leftovers down the sink drain is bad for the environment and for the plumbing. However, I'm not an expert on that, so we're not gonna get into that here. I just wanted to bring up that there is a debate, but either way, what's for sure is that it's very convenient. And we're staying in the kitchen because one item that's very common in the US, especially here in the Midwest, and that many Americans desperately miss when they move abroad is this. Ranch. Yep, you heard right, Americans. Ranch is not a thing in the rest of the world. Even in the UK, which in a lot of cases is a little more similar to American culture, it's not something that you'll find on restaurant menus or in people's fridges, and I've really never come across this in any country other than the US and Canada. Now, those of you not from the US are probably wondering, why is she holding a bottle of yogurt dressing in the camera? Well, it is in fact a type of salad dressing, even though it doesn't really have that slightly sour taste of yogurt that you might expect. It actually took me a while to get used to the flavor when I first came here because my brain didn't really know which category to place this in. But don't worry, I've since come to love and appreciate it. It's made from buttermilk, mayonnaise, onion, mustard, herbs, and a few other ingredients. And it's not only the most popular salad dressing in the US, it's also commonly used as a dip for things like chicken wings, veggies, and even pizza. Most American pizza places give you a selection of dips with your pizza, but it's also just become a flavor in the US. So there are ranch flavored chips, for example. There's ranch flavored sour cream, and there's even ranch flavored seasoning in powder form that people put in all kinds of things like marinade, chili, or even on popcorn. That's a whole other culture shock, by the way. Now, I'm sure that if you look for it, you can buy ranch in certain stores in Germany, and some American themed restaurants might have it too, but it's not a common thing, and most Germans have never heard of this, let alone tried it. So if you ask for ranch dressing at a German restaurant, they'll probably have no clue what you're talking about. Okay, we moved into the
Okay guys, for that, I know we have other mayonnaise for salad, other things we use for our salad, a lot of mixtures we can even do just for salad. But to have this particular ranch, no, we don't have it. We don't have it, guys. We don't.
Because the last point on my list has to do with driving, particularly driving too fast, which you should not do. In the US, it's very common to see cop cars sitting on the side of the road, even on interstates, watching the traffic. They'll be on the shoulder, in the median, and often even hidden behind a curve or a bridge. And if they see someone who's speeding or driving suspiciously or committing some other type of traffic violation, they'll go after them and pull them over for a traffic stop. And if you actually did
did something wrong, they might give you a ticket right then and there, which can actually get pretty expensive. Speeding tickets, for example, are usually over $100 in the US and can go as high as several $100s. And I think most people, even outside of the US, have probably heard of cases where a traffic stop escalated and ended in a tragedy. That's not the norm, of course, but it does happen. Now, I've never actually been pulled over myself in the US, but I have been a passenger when other people were pulled over before, and I will say it's definitely intimidating, so I honestly really hope that I will never get pulled over and never have that experience, because I think especially as a foreigner who's not a citizen, I get really nervous and probably forget all about the smart tips about how you're supposed to act during a traffic stop and just freeze. Now, traffic stops do exist in Germany, but it's not the main way of how speeding violations are tracked, and seeing a cop on the side of the road like that is not common at all, especially on the interstate, aka the Autobahn. I'd probably think that the cop car broke down if I ever saw that in Germany. Instead, speeding is typically monitored with radar cameras that are set up temporarily in certain spots or sometimes even stay there permanently. We call them Blitzer colloquially, so flashers, because they take a picture of you when you're going over the speed limit with a bright flash, and then you'll usually have a letter in the mail a few weeks later with the fine, which used to be relatively low in Germany, but they actually raised them a few years ago, so now I think they go—
Wait, guys, they'll send you a letter. Like, they'll send you a mail to tell you that this is how much you're supposed to pay for running, like, for driving so fast. Wow. Wow. So, this will just capture your plate number, and they will check out your address to send you a mail that you have to pay. Whoa, guys, like, we really need that in Nigeria. We really need it, because the way they are driving here, it's as if they are just driving like as if they want to end their life driving. Yo!
Anywhere from 50 euros to several hundred, but when I was young, some speeding tickets were only like 15 euros. What are some other things that are totally common in the US but don't really exist in Germany or in the country you live in? Let me know in the comments below, and as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm actually already going back to Germany in about 2.5 weeks for Christmas, and then I'm going again in the spring, so let me know if you want me to film any videos while I'm in Germany. Maybe a part 2 about the things that are common there. Put it in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and activate the bell so that you don't miss out on future videos. You can also support me and my channel by sending me a super thanks with the button also underneath this video, or you can buy me a coffee on ko-fi.com or join my Patreon community. I actually just did a live stream with my Patreon supporters this past Sunday. You can also find me on social media if you want to, and with that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Tschüss!
Cheers! You guys, Felicia, like, please, guys, if you have not subscribed to her channel, please do so. The link to the main video will be in the description. Please tap in and subscribe to her channel. She has amazing and beautiful content, please, guys. Yeah. Guys, so far so good. Or is it that you know that you've seen, like, US has, and you know that in your country you guys don't have it. Like that ranch, we don't have that. Yeah, we don't. Guys, so please tell me the other things you know that you guys have, but you guys don't have, or US has it and you guys don't. Guys, what do you have to say about this video? Go have the day you deserve, and we'll keep living under command and blessings. See you guys in the next video. Cheers!